All right, y'all, what's good? It's me, Coco. I'm here with a double whammy of movies to talk about real quick. We're doing Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey and the newest MCU Spider-Man Brand New Day. And here is me with some brand new reviews after a hot minute. So, I think, appropriately, I decided to call this the Spideressy as a title. Let me know if you guys like it. All right, here we go. First things up, The Odyssey.
We won the war. Help me go home.
All right, let's see. Here we go with Christopher Nolan's Odyssey review. Nolan released the classic reimagining of the Odyssey over the past couple of weeks, and it is maybe my number one movie of the summer because it was just that good. I honestly loved almost every bit of it, and I think I've now watched it a good 3 times in the past, like God knows how much time has gone by. Yeah, honestly, what can I really say about this movie that really needs to be said besides it's just that damn good, guys. You just gotta watch it yourself. All the actors give it their A game. The script, the score, the setting, all of it is just perfect. It is just magnifique. It is just so good. I don't know why I'm talking in French now, but it is very good, very nice movie. I loved every bit of it. Let me know your favorite part of the movie because if it's not everything, then you might need to rewatch it if I'm being for real. Other than that, yeah, no, go watch the Odyssey. This is a short review because there's not much to say. Go watch it. It's just that good. It's like Oppenheimer, but somehow better, but also not as long, which, it's still pretty long though. Other than that, yeah, you guys should just go watch it. It's pretty good. I loved every bit of it. That's all for this one. All right, and the next movie that I saw was the one and only Spider-Man Brand New Day with Tom Holland. And this is now the fourth Spider-Man movie in the MCU, and it's honestly probably the best one so far. If I had to say, this movie did a lot of things that I felt like been missing from the other Spider-Man movie. It's very grounded. It's like in New York, street level. It's very like he's Spider-Man doing your Spider-Man things that you expect. He's not like, fighting galactic threats or like going on vacation or like having to run to the next adult for all his problems. He's his own man in a way, in this sense. And it's almost like he's going through a weird late stage puberty, which is kind of almost a motif of the movie. I feel like it's about like growing up in a sense because, ever since the last third movie, Spider-Man's now all alone. He's a big boy, he's a big spider, and he's going through changes as it's shown through the trailers and stuff, which is a thing that happens in the comic at one point, if I remember. There was like a whole arc when they were doing that where he had like organic webs kind of like in this new movie, which was almost like a weird thing because in that comic it was to make a joke or reference to the fact that in the Raimi movies they had organic webbing, which was not a thing. Because anyway, that's besides the point. But yeah, this movie was really good. It was really solid. I loved most of it for the most part. It was like 2 hours long, but I didn't like miss a beat. It was fast. It was flowing, very consistent. And honestly, it was pretty much it stole the show. I think this was probably the best movie out of all of them, to say the least. Um, let's see, there's surprisingly a lot of other characters that pop in this movie more than I thought. We get Zendaya, we get Ned, there's the Punisher, there's a Black Widow, which was surprising. I didn't expect her in the movie for some reason. And then we get another character who threw me for a loop. Wouldn't, but I expected because I heard rumors and I kind of figured it would be who I thought it was without spoiling it. And all I'm gonna say is I have a theory, especially after watching those end credits. I have a long theory of where I think I know where the direction of the MCU or though is going to go for sure. I have a good feeling. But anyway, in the Spider-Man movie, the action probably the best. A lot of the effects very practical this time around. No more CGI suit. You can really tell it's just Tom Holland in the suit doing his thing. And a lot of the shots like they shown were like very like they were trying to recreate some comic covers and stuff, which I thought was very cool, very appreciative. You could tell. I think you can tell at any comic book movie thing anyone has ever used, they always give it 100% when it comes to Spider-Man, and it shows. It's probably why he's like their top seller because look at this stuff. Like next to what, X-Men? Like I don't think anyone else hits the numbers as high. It's compared to Spider-Man, compared to like any other project. You know, that's probably anyone's dream job is to work on a Spider-Man anything. All right, this is the very last minute, but I think I'm going to include a spoiler section of the Spider-Man review. So here we go. Spider-Man Brand New Day spoilers. If you want to not hear spoilers, skip to this part in the video. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Sadie Sink, Jean Grey. Nice way they handled her in the movie, if I do say so myself. I really like the I don't know if I want to say it betrayed expectations because I didn't really know what they were gonna do with her. Because like, there's only so many redheaded people in Marvel, especially close to Spider-Man. And it's like, who else would she be? The biggest guesses I remember on the internet were either Jean Grey or Firestar, and it was the Jean Grey pick after all. So that's cool. And you know, they actually did something pretty interesting with her character for once, instead of just being like token a girl who can read my like I don't know, Jean Grey is, I don't think, anyone's real favorite X-Men, except when she goes crazy from like the Phoenix and stuff. But other than that, she's kind of whatever. But I liked her, what they did with this movie. They gave her some motivation, you know, they got to find her sister. She's mind controlling people, like, you know, like it's almost like a possession horror movie half the time. It's pretty cool. That one scene where she faked out Tom Holland by pretending to be Zendaya, that was probably the moment in my movie theater where everyone went, ooh, whoa, cool. And it was like, yeah, it was pretty good. She's done pretty well. She's pretty overpowered. And by the end of the movie, she and Peter somewhat come to an understanding between, you know, the loss of her sister and his loss of Aunt May. And so I don't think they're friends, but they're definitely cordial, to say the least. And after that, you know, the rest of the movie was pretty solid, producer may say. You know, the end credits, nothing really crazy to write home about. You know, we know Spider-Man's gonna be in Doomsday. That's fine. It's whatever. But near the end of the movie, we do see Jean Grey look like she's heading up, like, you know, the north part of New York, you know, where like this, where she's gonna end up in Westchester, which may or may not be where, you know, that's where the school is typically at in that area. So, you know, that's my theory. I think also at the end of the movie, the bad guy gets away, and it's gonna be clearly he has all the tech from Spider-Man's inhibitor when he was inhibiting his powers. If you guys know what you know. And, you know, I think at that point they're just going to um like, he's gonna eventually create the tech to become the guy who like stops the mutant threat, and then they can all thank Spider-Man, and then everyone's gonna low-key hate Spider-Man. And honestly, I can't wait for that day. It might be years, it might be at least a decade. Who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do after Secret Wars, to be honest. That whole studio, oh god, Marvel's such a mess, low-key. The only thing they have going for them is Spider-Man. I'm not confident in that Doomsday movie. Is anyone really? Because Doomsday and Secret Wars, who knows what they're gonna hold at this point. Um, Other than that, yeah, that was kind of it. That was my little spoiler rant. Oh, let's see, what else did I like? I like the part where they motif all the comic covers, and we see some cameos like Tombstone and the Hand. Wish we actually saw like a plot of Spider-Man fighting the Hand. That'd be cool. Like, but whatever. It's kind of weird that Daredevil wasn't in it at all, given the fact he's fighting the Hand. But whatever. Fine. TU Spider-Man. It's definitely okay. Also reminds me a lot of Spider-Man 2, which is also, that's a 10 out of 10 for me. It's definitely maybe like second place, third place if I count Spider-Verse. But yeah, that's gonna be all the movie reviews from me today, guys. Thanks for watching. Check around for the next one. Like, subscribe, and comment for more. Bye bye.